When my twin, Lila, and I were little, our connection was our secret world. We could communicate without words, a playful exchange of thoughts that made us inseparable. But lately, I've been hearing whispers that aren't hers. They slither into my mind like shadows, dark and menacing. It started with a hiss during the night, a voice that seemed to crawl out from the depths of a nightmare. I brushed it off as stress, but when Lila's voice became harder to find amongst the static, I knew something was wrong. The unsettling whispers followed me everywhere, to school, to the store, even in the shower. They grew louder, more insistent, and the words became clearer. She isn't who you think she is. I tried to confide in Lila, but she just laughed it off, claiming I was just being dramatic. But the unease gnawed at me, especially when her responses felt delayed, like a radio with poor reception. One evening, I decided to test our bond. What number am I thinking of? I projected. Her answer came, but it was jumbled, distorted by unfamiliar presence. Determined to find the source, I started to isolate myself, hoping to filter out the noise. It was during a late-night study session that the voice took on a new form, a rasping growl insisting, "She's not your twin." I felt a chill creep up my spine, realizing that this presence knew something about Lila that I didn't. Desperation led me to our childhood photo albums. I hoped to find some comfort there, but instead, I discovered something horrifying. In every photo, Lila's face seemed different, subtly shifting from one picture to the next, as if she was never the same person twice. The final piece of the puzzle fell into place when I confronted Lila. As I demanded answers, her eyes flickered, revealing a glimpse of something inhuman. The whispers crescendoed, and a realization struck me like a lightning bolt. Lila had been replaced. The entity that stood before me was merely wearing her skin. As I backed away, the whispers turned to mocking laughter, echoing in my mind. The bond we shared was a conduit for something far darker, and now I was trapped in its sinister game, unable to distinguish between the familiar and the monstrous.